Hello, and welcome to Badass is the New Black, a podcast where I share how to be badass in life and in business. This, my friends, is episode 1, and I am your host, Chrissy Chin. I guess technically you're my imaginary friends because literally I don't have any listeners yet. Like I said, this is episode 1, but soon this podcast will be out into the world, and I know we will be instant friends. So today I thought it was only appropriate to talk about what this podcast is really about and what Badass is the New Black really means, and give you some solid advice on how to start your journey to badassery. So being badass is not about being the best or the coolest, as you may think, although it kind of is cool when that happens when you're becoming badass. But it's really about being you and being you for you, not to impress others, but because life is easier when you literally are yourself and not pretending to be someone else. If you're goofy, be goofy. If you're nerdy, be nerdy. If you're proper, be proper. If you're outspoken and opinionated, be outspoken and opinionated. It's about recognizing your weaknesses not as flaws, they're never flaws, but rather as areas for growth. Being badass is about finding your strengths and playing to them so that you can succeed in life and in business. It's about being grateful for the things that you have while still working for more and being excited about the things to come. It's about knowing you aren't perfect and believing that you don't have to be perfect. It's about getting up after you fall down and learning from your mistakes so that you don't make the same mistake over and over again. It's about giving yourself grace and love. It's about believing in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself yet, I know that's a big one for a lot of people, then surround yourself with people who do believe in you. And hell, if you can't find those people, if you have no idea where they are, you can come hang out here because I believe in you. I could go on and on about, what I think it means to be badass. But the other cool part about this whole thing or this whole movement is that being badass literally is the new black. It is never going out of style. I believe that it will always be cool to be yourself and to work on being the best version of yourself. I'm literally always 2 years behind the trends, fashion-wise. Okay? Cute hats are in style. I warm up to the I do 2 years later. Gauchos are in style. 2 years later, I start wearing them right as they're going out of style, and hopefully they never come back. High-waisted shorts, just now starting to wear them. Okay, that one I might be probably 3 or 4 years behind on the trend. But my point is that I've always been, a little bit behind on the trend, or I haven't always been with the trend. So I love it when I can be a part of something that is literally timeless. I don't have to worry about if it's popular or not, right? Being badass, being yourself, discovering who you are, being the best version of yourself is literally always going to be in style. Let me tell you that I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care where you're going. It is always going to be cool and trendy to be yourself. When you're yourself and you're not pretending to be someone else, you are more honest, you're more genuine, you're more likable by, your tribe, the people that are like you, because they can relate to you, the true you. You're less stressed because you're not pretending and living this lie, trying to be someone else. So what is the first step to self-discovery? A lot of people have no idea who they are, right? Or maybe they've lost themselves. When I became a mom, my whole life was turned upside down. I remember my son was maybe 18 months and I was sitting in Frisco, Colorado, and everyone was out skiing. My husband was out skiing, friends were out skiing, and I was at home with my 18-month-old. And I remember just sitting there in this beautiful place and looking at my son, and I just started bawling, right? I just looked at him and I thought, I will never be single again. Not like I'm a single lady, but I will never be without kids again. And if you have kids, you know how life changes with kids, right? And so I just felt lost. I had this new life. If you don't know my story, I got pregnant before I got married. And so it was a huge shift and a huge change for me. And I felt like I kind of lost Chrissy, right? I was still in there, but I just needed to figure out how to make her and my new lifestyle work together. It takes time for self-discovery. You're not going to sit down and listen to this episode, reflect for 10 minutes and think like, I've got it. I know exactly who I am. I know exactly who I want to be. That's another key part. Maybe the person who you are today isn't really who you are, or maybe it's not exactly who you want to be. So the question is, who do you want to be? On my ongoing journey of self-discovery, because it's a lifelong process, I would follow people on social media. People that I thought were so cute, they're so amazing, or they're so funny, or they make me just feel happy and light me up. Oh, I want to be like her, right? Anyone who I had a girl crush on. Well, that is self-discovery 101. Don't try and be someone else. I think that's like the first rule in like being authentic. Don't be someone else. But I say that's bullshit. All right, I'm just going to throw it out there. What I did was I tried to be everyone else. The people that I thought were so cool, I want to be just like her. And what it did was I learned really, really quick what wasn't me and what was me. The parts that were easy to do were me. And the parts that felt really icky and awkward and that I didn't want to do, or I had a hard time finding myself doing, were not me. So I actually used trying to be someone else as a way to discover who I really am. I'm sarcastic. I'm funny. At least I think I am. You're funny if you laugh at your own jokes, right? I'm goofy. I'm scatterbrained. I'm a horrible multitasker. I am working on being more honest and more vulnerable. I'm an okay mom. I'm not the best mom. I mean, my kids might think I am sometimes. Well, until I take their iPad away, then they do not think I am the best mom. And I'm okay with that. I'm good at networking with other people. I'm really good at surrounding myself with people who are good at what I'm not good at. I only like to do things that I think I'm good at. So I'll try things that I'm not good at, but it takes me a while to work up to it. My husband, when I met him, he opened yoga studios. And so he would invite me to yoga. Well, I'd never done yoga before. And me being the person that doesn't like to do things I'm not good at, was like, I don't want to go to yoga with this guy and look horrible. Like, he's probably really good. He opens yoga studios. And so I wouldn't go. Finally, I went. I acted like I knew what I was doing. I had no idea. I'm just thank God, looking around the room, trying to figure it out. And then I ended up moving away to California for a period of time. And while I was there, I joined the yoga studio and I got really good at yoga. And so I could come back and do yoga with my now husband. And so that I just know that's me. That's my personality. right? And it feels good to be that person. It feels good to be honest about that person. Every day I'm working on how I can be better for myself so that I can be better for my kids, so that I can be better in my business, so I can be better for those around me. And that all feels even better. So if you want to start to discover who you really are, to unlock your inner, badass self, to be badass at life, at relationships, at parenting, at communicating, at business, my advice is to just start pretending to be everyone else, and you'll quickly discover who you are and who you are not. That is my official $1 million advice for you. Don't try and pretend to be them too long. You will quickly find out what doesn't feel right and what does feel right. Think about the person that you want to be. Think about your strengths that you have. All right? So think about those things and start to just do some inner self-discovery. Again, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. So stick with it. Believe in yourself, or come hang out here and I'll believe in it for you. That's it for today's topic. Friends, thank you for sticking around, bearing through this very first episode with me. Until next week, keep working on all the things, and I'll see you later. Bye.